Rhys Toscani here from Fireplace Products at Lower Barn Farm. Here today to talk to you about a few of our stoves. This model here is the Bosca Limit 350, and I'm talking to you this one today because we've got it on a great special deal for only $3.99. Let me introduce you to it. Using the operating tool that's supplied with the stove, open the door. Now while it may look like quite a small fire opening here, it's deceptive because it's actually really deep. You can see I can get my whole arm right in there, so you can get a really nice long log in there. So I've opened this bottom door here, which is the separate ash compartments. You'll see underneath a separate ash pan. Again, really nice size, goes right the way to the back. It'll make it nice and easy to empty out your ash when you're emptying your stove. Okay, now one of the unique points on this stove is the unusual fins. Craig, I don't know if you can come in a bit closer so that people can see this. But inside the stove here, these fins, there's an actual gap behind this. Now, you would have to use some sort of poker or an ash scraper, both of which are readily available from us. But that will actually pull the ash in through those fins and into your ash pan beneath. Now, when burning a wood, you do need to keep a degree of ash in the bottom of the stove for a better burn. Now that's, depending on the model, about sort of 25 to 50 mils, so about 1 inch to 2 inches of ash at the bottom of the stove. Never go higher than the opening of the door. Now that will block up those holes, but like I say, with an ash scraper or a poker in there, you'll be able to easily pull that out and then clean it, as and when you do on your maintenance. To mention whilst we've got the door open here is that unlike other stoves, where the rope seal is right around the edge, to keep in with this really modern, funky design, they've actually put the rope seal in just around the inside of the glass here. You can see that, Craig. And what that does is that actually performs a really nice tight fit against this ribbed fin inside the door while there. So when I close that door, you still get this really nice gap that sort of just adds to the overall aesthetics of the stove. Now, like I say, we do have this model on special at the moment, $399, reduced from $545. There are two versions available. You've got the regular 350, which is this version that we have here, which comes with the log store underneath. Or they do the 350 short, which is the same body of the stove, just slightly lower, which is ideal if you've got a restriction on your fireplace opening. The Bosca 350, both the short and the taller version here are 3.5 kilowatts, all fully CE approved. They have air wash and clean burn systems. The air wash is regulated by a control on the top there. I don't know if you can get that so the people at home can see that, Craig. And again, using the handle that's provided, pop that in there, and you can see plus, minus to allow more or less air into the stove. Now there's also a secondary air supply coming in from the back of the stove, and what that does is, if I open the door here, again, sorry Craig, I'm working you hard today, if you look up from underneath there, you can see a range of holes in the top baffle plate. Move my hand out of the way so you can see. Now what those holes there are preheated secondary air. Now that is coming in from the back of the stove, up along that baffle plate, and is injected into the hydrocarbon layer. So as the gases are being burned from the fuel, it rises, fresh oxygen is mixed with that, and then it reburns for a second, more cleaner combustion. And that is generally what was referred to in the industry as clean burn. Shut that door up again. On this stove, it is a convection model. Now, there's two real versions of stoves. You either have a radiant, which acts like a radiator, so you have your regular stove, the heat then just emits out from that stove, sides, top, base and bottom. Or you have a convector stove, and a convector stove is your stove, which is pretty much this part, with a convection chamber around the outside. Now what that does is it allows fresh air in from underneath that rises up the sides of the stove, comes out through these holes here, which I think Craig will show you now. Move out the way. So it comes out of these holes here as convected warm air. So cool air in, rises, heated from the heat of the stove, and is then pushed out as warm convection air out of the sides. Now, there's twofold reason why you would do this. Firstly, it allows you to place this closer to combustible materials. So if you're restricted in terms of your opening or your building materials, walls and such nearby. Secondly, that convection heat air does push more into the room, so you generally feel the benefit more of a convection stove. So these are ideal if you're going to place into freestanding in a room, just running the flue off, or if you don't have a chimney, you'll definitely feel the benefits of it if you were on a sofa sitting to it from one side. Now you can see on the top here we've got the flue outlet. Now ordinarily we would just run a regular piece of single wall vitreous enamel flue straight off of that, and then again, depending on if you're putting it into a fireplace opening, if you choose to do so, just run that straight up into your fireplace, cut it off with a resist plate, or if you're going to have it freestanding in a room, you can run that up, put it into a twin wall or double insulated flue, and then just pass that up straight out of your roof there. Right, that pretty much is all we've got time for today on this stove. Join us again next time and we'll go through another stove available from Fireplace Products.